Today we're going to be breaking down the 2025 full field of the Stephen Foster Stakes. It's a $1 million Grade 1 race at Churchill Downs, going a mile and an eighth for the older horses. In this year's race, there's a deep and talented field of some proven Grade 1 winners, some horses that are up and coming, and a few that just don't belong there. Let's break it down. If you want the complete Stephen Foster Day breakdown, picks, analysis, fair odds, and betting strategies for every race, the link will be in the description below. First Mission might be entering the Stephen Foster in the best form of his career. He just came off a nice win in the Grade 2 Oaklawn Handicap, defeating SkippyLongStocking. And now he has Luis Saez back on the mount, and that's the jockey he's had the most success with. He's a tactical horse, and he should be sitting just behind Mystic Dan, and I think if the pace is brisk but not blazing, he should sit the perfect trip to get first run. He's also got Brad Cox training him, who's winning graded stakes races at a 26% clip this year. And with a barn that's hot, he might be his best older horse. And the best part is, with all the buzz around Sierra Leone and some of the other horses, I think that First Mission might fly under the radar come race day. Mindframe comes off a G1 win at the Churchill Downs, beating Nisos and Banishing in a thrilling stretch run, and that one was after a layoff. Fletcher's now going to stretch him out to a mile and an eighth, but that's something that he had success with early in his career. He's extremely versatile, and he can win from the front end or just off the pace. And in this one, I see him tracking the leaders, saving ground, and staying out of trouble. Fletcher's got a great history with these sprinter route races, and Mindframe's talent is undeniable. But with a field this deep, he's going to have to show that he can finish just as strongly around 2 turns. Skippy's a fan favorite. He's a real warrior, and at age 6, he just won over a mile and a quarter. Although the figures were a little bit light, he's cutting back to a mile and an eighth, and that should suit him just fine. Some of his best efforts have been over this distance. Expect him to be up in the front early, possibly alongside Mindframe. He's tough and battle tested, but he's still searching that elusive Grade 1 win, and I think the waters here might just be a little too deep. Sierra Leone is your Breeders' Cup Classic winner and probably your favorite here, but I'm going to play against him. He's a stone cold closer and needs a hot pace to close into, and I don't think he gets it here. The race doesn't really set up to have a true pace meltdown, and he's done his best work at a mile and a quarter. Sure, Pratt sticks with him over First Mission, but the horse did just win him the Breeders' Cup, so it's really not a big surprise. Obviously, Sierra Leone's really dangerous, but in this field and likely short odds, I think it just runs out of room. Mystic Dan, your 2024 Kentucky Derby winner, is quietly putting together a really solid 4-year-old campaign. After his layoff, he came back to run second in the Lake Ottawa Stakes behind Saudi Crown. He followed that one up with a sharp performance in the Blame Stakes after another perfectly ridden rail ride. Brian Hernandez doesn't get the same hype as some of the bigger name jockeys, but he's as reliable as they come, especially when it comes to pace control. And with no true frontrunner in this race, don't be surprised if Mystic Dan gets loose on the lead. That said, he's never really shown the kind of ceiling it'll take to beat this field, but if he gets brave up front, he could hold on late for a piece, but I think he's going to get run down. Hit Show shocked the world last out at 40-1 in Dubai, but don't let that fool you. His speed figures are a little bit light, and that trip back from Meydan is always tough. He's also cutting back to a mile and an eighth, which might not be his preferred distance, and I don't think this pace setup does him any favors. He's Brad Cox's second entry, but he's nowhere on the level of First Mission. Ashcroft simply doesn't belong in this race. He'll drop back to dead last early, and unless the rest of the field collapses entirely in historic proportion, he'll probably just stay there. I think the race sets up perfectly for First Mission, and he runs great with Saez aboard, so I'll take him to win with Mindframe as my second choice. If you want my full card for the Stephen Foster, including picks, detailed analysis, fair odds, and betting strategies, including multi-race wagers, they're available to buy now. I'll send them out Friday morning so you have time to make your bets. The link's below. And if you're serious about horse betting and want expert picks delivered all year round, check out my Prime Picks Pass. You'll get 4 to 5 premium picks weekly with detailed strategy, fair odds, and much more. The link's in the description.